So I'm not just in Finland here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. I have been reading more and more about trade unions here in Finland because I am looking for work, and naturally, it is good, especially as an immigrant, to be informed and educated about trade unions and also their alternatives. Because you do ultimately have a choice. In Finland, just like in right to work states in the United States, you got a choice. You can join the trade union or you can join YTK, the General Unemployment Fund, or something like that in English. And what YTK ensures is that if you lose your job, you get laid off, they will pay you unemployment insurance. They will pay you more than what Kela can provide for you, the Social Security network here. And there are 500,000 people who are a member of this YTK. And it's no wonder that YTK is endorsed by, trouser stains like Petteri Orpo and so many other right wing politicians in this country, or center right politicians, because they don't like unions. Petteri Orpo is actively trying to weaken unions here because when you weaken unions, you make your corporate buddies happy because that means less money for the employees, more money for the employers. You know, uh, where it gets really silly for me is like, all right, if you join YTK simply because the union dues or the membership fee is less, and when I say less, we're talking about a yearly fee of 100 and something euros versus 200 to 300 euros. It's not like we're talking about this big, gigantic, eye popping difference. You're joining so that when you lose, if and when you lose your job, which is more and more likely in this kind of economy, you'll have some kind of security in the form of that higher amount of unemployment insurance. But when you join a union, you have more security so that you may keep that job for longer. You have more security, you have more say at the bargaining table when it comes time to negotiate the new contract, higher pay, more benefits. You're getting none of that with YTK. So with YTK, you're essentially saying, I'm okay with the rules that the employer set. It's okay. I just need the insurance. And it's just so nonsensical to me. And there's no way in hell I would ever sign up for YTK, especially if you are an expat. If you're an immigrant and you're looking for work in Finland or any um, country that is not your own, for that matter, if you get the choice, sign up for the union. Don't sign up for the collective unemployment insurance. You're not getting any protections whatsoever. It is so much easier to fire you without a union. Because the list of reasons to be able to fire you and get rid of you grows exponentially without the union there. And I want to talk a little bit about union dues. I think that there are a lot of lies, not just misconceptions, but there are a lot of lies that are told about union dues. And I'm more familiar with them in the United States. My family, most of my family was a part of UAW and other auto worker unions. And something that would come up quite frequently about their dues from people who didn't like unions very much, from people who are conned, working class people who are conned by the right wing into accepting less. Those dues are going to prop up some politician, or all that money is being donated to a politician that you might not support, and all that money is going to make your union bosses rich, and they're making off like bandits at your expense. And it's just lie upon lie upon lie, because the right wing has to tell lies to make a hard-working middle class person accept less and work more for it. The productivity pay gap is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger as the years go by. So it's like we're all working harder, but we're making less. And a big reason for that is the weakening of labor unions and the weakening of workers' rights. And that is unacceptable, especially in a capitalist hellscape like this, where you already have like this much of a voice. You're like to the people, the employers that we all should be bowing down to for providing all the jobs. You're just like a little speck. With a union, you're a bit bigger. of a spec. And I hope people remember that. If it comes time for them to make the decision between joining YTK or some other alternative, or not joining a union at all and joining a union, I hope that you join the fucking union, not just for yourself, but for the benefit of everybody else around you. The more people in the workplace that have voices, the better. You're not getting a voice with YTK, but that is a choice that people make and accept for the sole fact, more often than not, for the sole fact that they're paying just a little bit less in membership costs, membership fees, union dues, and I I will never accept anybody telling me that my union dues are being wasted or they're going to absolutely nothing. I don't consider my job security, my safety, my benefits, my position at the bargaining table with people who would otherwise give me absolutely nothing. I don't consider that nothing. I don't consider that to be a concession that I'm making. And I definitely consider it worth however much I have to pay in union dues, which again, compared to the general unemployment fund in Finland, it's really year on a time scale of a year, not that much. But of course, the right wing makes it seem like it's that much, and they find boogeymen. Just like they find boogeymen with immigrants, they find boogeymen with unions. And Petteri Orpo gets up there and drags his sorry ass to the podium and says stuff like, "Oh, these unions, all this collective action, it's really hurting the economy." Do you think what unions are doing, exercising their right to strike, has more of an effect on the economy than the rich assholes that you are making richer with your economic policies, Petteri? And the rest of your right wing crony buddies? Are you fucking kidding me? They're the ones who create the problems. They create the inflation. They create the economic turmoil. Yes, there are factors outside their control, but still, they have way more of a say in how economies run than these fucking unions who are just trying to get a little bit closer to what they're worth. A little bit closer, because they're never going to get it all. Us workers, people who it's like I'm pro union just from a basic standpoint, because the workers are the ones who do all the work to make these people rich in the first place. They might say, you need us more than, the opposite, more than we need you. But it's like, without these workers who are sacrificing upwards of 40 hours of their time every week, where would you motherfuckers be? You might still be rich from some other venture out there, but if you want to be profitable in some business that relies on employees, you're going to need to respect them a little bit more. Or else you just find a bunch of people who are willing to work for less and who are willing to, and that's where the conversation about, um, migrant workers comes in. And there's a problem with that in Finland too, especially in Lapland. There are a lot of migrant workers who go and get absolutely exploited and fucked over by the ruling capitalist class. And it's a big example of why we need unions in this world. Absolutely need them. If you need any more of an indication as to why we need them, look what's happening in Sweden. There's like this sort of collective kind of solidarity strike going on because Elon Musk, he doesn't like unions and he doesn't want to give in at all. So right now they're saying, all right, you creepy little bastard, go fuck yourself. And what should result in these strikes is that the workers are going to get not what they are greedily demanding, but simply what they deserve. You know, simply what they deserve. Asking the richest man in the fucking world for a little extra money for the workers, for a few extra benefits that are going to amount to pocket change. Fucking pocket change for this asshole. Come on. Why do you people like? Why do you allow yourselves to continually? And I know the answer, but I'm going to ask like, continually be lied to by billionaires and by right wingers who are in the pockets of billionaires and by politicians in general who are in the pockets of billionaires. You are worth so much more than these people say you're worth. And you shouldn't have to work 3 times as hard to get it for whatever nobility they have tried to put on top of it. It's like you deserve everything if you're working. You deserve, especially if you're working full time and you got a family, you deserve fucking everything. And unions seem to think so too, and that is why you should join them, and you should tell the unemployment group, TK, whatever, fuck off. Just fuck off, and maybe be a little bit kinder about it. I would actually suggest being a little bit kinder about it. But yeah, I've been reading about this alternative to unions, and it doesn't jive with me. And especially if you are a migrant worker, it's so much easier to fire you. You definitely want the protections of the union. And in an economy like this, where things are more uncertain than ever, you'll still have an uncertain future with the union, but it will be a hell of a lot less uncertain than if you were to go with the alternative where you've got nothing. So, yeah, I don't know what else I could really say. My voice is starting to go a little bit. Um Let me know what you think if you are pro union. Let me know what you think if you're anti union. I I can't imagine why any working class blue collar person would be anti union other than the lies that get told about your money going to politicians and your money going to just like the Sopranos thing they have in their mind of people just sitting on their ass doing nothing. Like that's where all my union dues are going. Yeah, I saw it on the Sopranos. Like, yeah, whatever. Have a good day, folks.